Hey guys, Ron Lyons and Brad Kaufman with Lyons Tactical, and today we're going to bring you a review on some gloves that are predominantly made for street use and like a law enforcement situation.
You call me a saint, but you know I'm a stranger, all willing and able to do what you want. You think I'm a thinker, but I'm just a singer, all busy and pretty, just making believe. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down to obscurity. Don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know. I control, you don't know me. I'm a danger to myself. I control, you don't know me. I am fading unfelt.
So Brad, this is the Hatch Street Guard SGK 100. So you want to open those up and check those out. I'm going to go through some of the features of these. These have, as you can tell, a hook and loop closure on them, so good for securing those down on your wrist. Now what's really cool about these is they actually have a Kevlar lining. So you want to talk about why that Kevlar lining would be, advantageous in a law enforcement situation?
You bet. And I've never known gloves to be truly protected of sharp objects. Needle, sticks, obviously going in pockets, patting down suspects or arrestees or whatever it may be. But Kevlar impregnated to some extent does give your hands a little bit of protection. And for the law enforcement officer on the street, state, federal, local, doesn't matter, any kind of protection that we can give our body certainly just adds to the ability to go home, at least uninjured.
Now the back of these, the rest of the material on these, it says is neoprene and spandex. So how do they fit?
Good fit, small hands, for me, size medium. I think if I went large, they would really be too much, and if they were small, it'd be too tight. Certainly, I've got flexibility and not a lot of dexterity, tactile touch, because again, they're enclosed gloves, but they are a good fit, something I could probably wear comfortably in temperatures here in North Texas.
So the inside of this, it says that the palm has what's called extreme grip non-slip in the cradle. So basically in this entire portion right here, so that does feel like that would probably get a pretty good grip on something right there.
Yeah, whether it's your pistol, flashlight, even a suspect, or climbing a fence that might be wet or anything like that. Looks like similar material that you would see on maybe wide receivers, gloves, pro football player or college player.
You notice that expands all the way up. So here's your official cradle all the way up into that webbing right there as well. So that's going to give you a really, really good grip on almost anything that you might try to hold on to in law enforcement. So I don't know if that's going to hold on to the bad guy super well. We'll have to, see how well that works. But I have a feeling that would do pretty good.
Absolutely. Good cut, good feel. Hatch is a well-known company that's been in the business for a long time. I've worn Hatch gloves as a canine handler operator in previous versions or previous editions of these, and certainly no complaints. Hey guys, we're back. We're gonna put the Hatch Street Guard with Kevlar gloves through their paces. Not a lot of hardcore work, but simply just drawing pistol from the appendix carry, and a knife as well. Just seeing what these gloves will do. Hook and loop fastener, as we mentioned in the earlier segment. You got a little bit of Kevlar here to protect your palm. Leather as well, and neoprene and spandex on the back side. Again, a good fit. And again, I'm carrying appendix carry for this presentation. We'll just see how this goes as far as dexterity. Not going to be firing any live rounds or anything, and just coming out with my pistol, ability to squeeze a trigger. Glove is big. It could probably be tighter, but if I had to, I could certainly put a round down range. We'll check, make sure the gun's safe. Obviously safe. Ron's checked it as well. With that being said, definitely have the ability to manipulate my pistol. If I needed to take up the slack and put rounds down range, could do it. Full shirt up, back appendix carry. Is this a daily driver? For me, probably not. I like that second skin feeling. I could bring that magazine out, do a magazine exchange, come up, come out, take care of business if appropriate.
And maybe you should be, 'cause this is a warning that I'm throwing out, 'cause I'm the worst player that ever will play you, to mix up sweet words with the girl's sanity. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down to obscurity. Don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know. I know you don't know me. I'm a danger to myself.
All right, guys, the next pair of gloves we're going to do is called the Lightweight Patrol Gloves by Damascus Gear, and they are the ATX 5 model. So we're going to check those out real quick. Brad, you want to put those on? And I'm going to read through some of the features. So Damascus says that less is more with the year-round ATX 5, giving you almost as much feel and control as your bare hand. So I'm presuming these are going to fit kind of like a second skin. You're hopefully not even going to really know you've got a glove on by the time you've got those on. Slip-on construction with zero bulk for lightweight, controllable feel. Palms made of premium single-layer leather with perforated air vents. So I think that's probably good for breathability.
Absolutely.
Lightweight Lycra twill backhands. They provide additional stretch and extra breathability, and elasticized wrist opening. So how do they feel? What do you think?
Like a second skin. Super lightweight. I think you could wear these year round. Stand and post, it probably won't keep your hands warm in cold temps, northern states. But moderate temperatures, or even in the desert, it's a glove that you can wear. Lightweight, ability to manipulate your pistol, hands on a suspect, baton, flashlight, whatever it may be. Certainly a lot of flexibility with them.
Good. Okay. Well, that sounds good. We're going to kind of put these through their paces here in just a minute. We're going to actually do some gun drills and kind of see how they operate.
Now we're trying out the Damascus ATX 5 gloves made by Damascus Gear. Literally, it's like you're wearing a second skin. This is a pair of gloves that if I were a patrol officer, I could wear on the street during my shift. They're lightweight, they're perforated, single layer, premium leather, elastic on the backside, lycra material, and again, second skin, gives me some dexterity. For me, appendix carry right now, just going through the motions, draw my firearm, come out, take up the slack, press the trigger if necessary. I could certainly do it. Manipulate my firearm if need be. Have that ability. Good pair of gloves.
next pair is also from Damascus. Now, I'll just tell you right off, these feel totally different than the other two pairs of gloves that we've tested so far, that we've talked about. So these are going to be very interesting. These are the ATX 95 from Damascus Gear. They're all leather gloves with knuckle armor. So knuckle armor in law enforcement, maybe. Let's you want to open those up and we'll check those out. All right, let me tell you what the features of these are. Sleek all leather gloves with integrated knuckle armor. Now, this is one that we won't be testing. You're not going to get to test those on my face in just a minute, but we are going to put them as well through their paces. We're going to see how they function with a weapon and that sort of thing. Your finest firearm or the sleekest sports car personified in the glove design. All-purpose, year-round leather duty gloves with integrated hard knuckles. They have reinforced palm handles for extra durability, leather piping on the backs of the hands, and an ergonomic design for a contoured, tight, but flexible fit. There's also a pull tab for easy on and off. So give me first impressions.
Definitely a bulkier glove, more leather instead of lightweight lycra spandex material. The knuckles clearly are obvious, knuckles for knuckleheads. This might be more of a...
yeah, they really stand out.
Yeah, they sure do. Those aren't my knuckles that are poking out. They're the plastic insert. But looks like you got a little protection on your fingers as well. So not just up here on the knuckles, but right here as well. You anticipate a little hand-to-hand with a knucklehead, then these would be an appropriate glove.
Okay, so these are the ATX 95s, also by Damascus Gear. So we're going to run over and put these through their paces with some weapon drills and some stuff like that, and kind of give you a little more feedback. But first impressions, is there one pair that you're liking right now over the others?
I'd probably go with that second pair that was the spandex lycra.
Right.
Because it's lightweight, it allows me to wear them. I don't have to worry about putting them on for an event or situation. I can literally drive during my entire shift.
Right. Keep those on the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, well, let's go check them out with some weapon drills.
Sounds good. Hey guys, now we're trying out the Damascus Gear ATX 95 gloves with the incorporated knuckles. As we said earlier, incorporated knuckles for knuckleheads. This is a year-round glove. It's got single layer leather, reinforced palm, pull tabs here to assist getting the gloves on. A little bit heavier, a little bit bulkier for me. Don't know that I would be driving all the time with these. Colder climates up north, probably. Again, public image or perception of the knuckles might not allow you to wear these, whether it's your sergeant or the police department. But it is a thicker glove, bulkier, like I said. Again, we'll give it a run through drawing and some weapons manipulations. Again, appendix carry, same setup, establish a grip, come out. I'd have a little bit of a problem getting my finger inside the trigger guard. Granted, we've got a small Gen 4 Glock 27. With that being said, I probably wouldn't wear this glove, like I said, except for extreme conditions, knowing that we're interacting with the public, or there might be some hand-to-hand going on. Short of that, again, let's try weapons manipulation, come out, magazine exchange. Again, a little bit harder because the glove's thicker. Come out, take care of business. Like I said, a little bit more difficult. Probably a glove that would require some practice for me. Previously, when I was on the job, I used to take my gloves and I'd cut the trigger finger off either glove. That's your call. Some manufacturers will set up gloves that you can cut off your trigger finger on the left or the right side, and that they've got stitching so the gloves won't unravel. But again, these are the Damascus Gear ATX 95s.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up our review of the gloves today, a little bit of test and evaluation, and we're going to go through them real quick and kind of tell you what we loved, maybe what we didn't love so much. And there's merit to every one of these. It literally comes down to your situation and what you need for your particular job. So let's talk about the Street Guard, the Hatch Street Guard first. So tell me, what did you love about these? What did you not love about these?
Like the fit, like the fact that it's Kevlar lined. Again, for me, I'd cut the trigger finger off on both gloves. I just like having that dexterity, but close to a second skin, but not a second skin glove. But of the three, I would rank this number 2. Certainly like the Kevlar stick protection, patting down suspects, needle sticks, maybe a knife or any other object.
Okay, good. I think I like the fact that they seem to be pretty tight to your hand, and I literally love the Kevlar protection. So as someone who's, you know, had the unfortunate situation to grab a hold of a blade in the middle of a fight before, just to redirect that weapon and get some pretty serious gashes on my hand, I think that would be, you know, something that I would love to have in that particular situation. So tell me this, on those Hatch gloves, those Street Guards, do you feel like you could wear those all day driving around in the squad car, or would these be something you put on right before you get out and do like a vehicle search and maybe an arrest?
The Street Guard is probably real close to the top as far as wearability throughout a shift. Would I wear them more so? Yeah, but I think that second skin glove really is the defining glove for me.
Okay.
But again, like you said, that Kevlar protection is super critical.
Yeah, it matters when it matters, right?
Absolutely.
It matters when you need it. So, okay, so let's move on to the ATX5, and I think the ATX5 is the one that you really preferred. It's they're called the lightweight patrol gloves. They're made by Damascus Gear again, and they're ATX5. These are the ones that they promote as being like a second skin, so like almost like you're not wearing a glove. So obviously a little harder to put on, a little tighter, but what do you love about them? What do you hate about them?
Second skin, like a batting glove, like you know, a wide receiver's gloves. They feel like second skin for me. Form fitting, lightweight, don't offer a lot of protection from needle sticks or sharp object cuts. But again, for me, I'm less worried about that than I am just a little protection on my hand from body fluids and the ability to manipulate my pistol, draw a knife, an asp, taser, whatnot. They are perforated, give them a little bit of breathability, and then the lycra material on the outside. Lightweight for me. I'm cutting both trigger fingers off. Might take it to a seamstress and have her sew up that finger so that it doesn't run. But these are definitely top of the list for me. Damascus Gear makes a good glove here.
Okay, good. And I like the fact, just like Brad was saying, it's like a second skin. So if you are going to wear gloves and literally have them on throughout your shift, and that are going to kind of be a really good generic glove for whatever you do in law enforcement. So you're you know, doing a pat down of an arrestee, or you're, you know, doing a vehicle search or something like that, you're going to get some level of protection from these. Are they going to stop you from getting some sort of a transdermal chemical? Probably not. Are they going to stop you from getting cut or poked? Probably not. But are they going to be better than nothing and fit like a second glove and give you that that heightened level of security for your hands? 100%. So I think these are probably my favorite as well.
Good.
So let's move on to the last, which is the all leather gloves. They're Damascus Gear again. They're ATX, the ATX 95s. The unique thing about these, they're all leather gloves. They're really thick, and they've got built-in what they call knuckle armor. So, you know, it looks like Brad's got Bruce Lee knuckles here. That's not really his knuckles. And you have to think about this when you're going around and you're walking into 7-Eleven, you're walking into some store. These are going to be very prominent. People are going to see these, and it literally just depends on the department you serve in, what kind of administration you serve under, as to whether or not something like this would be acceptable. If you work in an area where, you know, laying hands on someone is a very common function of your job, and let's just admit it, it is in some jurisdictions, this might be something really good for you. But if you're working in an area that's not used to seeing some of that level of force and stuff that's sometimes necessary, that might be a little bit intimidating to somebody out on the street, somebody that's not familiar with, you know, the job, so to speak. So what do you think about these gloves?
I definitely agree with everything that you said. These days, perception is reality for the public. The public sees us wearing these and immediate, you know, anti-police and just, you know, what are you looking to do? Tune everyone up because you got those gloves on. These are something you would probably wear in a specific incident, crowd control. Something's going on that you have the time on your side to slip these on, but these aren't an everyday through your shift duration gloves. They are bulky. They do have some warmth to them. Obviously leather all the way around, no spandex, no lycra or anything like that. Not impregnated or layered with Kevlar. Bulky glove. Again, for me, I'm cutting off the finger just to have that dexterity on my pistol or M4. But those knuckles, you're laying hands on somebody. We've got so many hand-to-hand techniques now that we're not putting knuckles on people, whether, you know, it's a neck restraint or any intermediate impact weapon. Police putting hands on suspects anymore is almost bygone unless it's utilizing an implement. Taser, asp, nightstick. But again, the public's perception of these is going to be hard.
I guess so. You know, there's benefits to every one of these, obviously. My favorite too, and I think I speak for you as well, is going to be the Street Guard with Kevlar in it, or the ATX 5s by Damascus Gear. Probably leaning a little more towards the lightweight patrol gloves, the ATX 5s by Damascus Gear. So all of these are available at lyonstactical.com. And if you go in there, just go to the apparel section, drop down to the gloves, and you're gonna see more than your fair share of different gloves, these three included. So that's gonna wrap up the video for today. And if you would, we'd love for you to leave a comment below and tell us, yes, that you do actually wear gloves in your law enforcement profession, whatever you do in law enforcement, or no, that you do not. So yes, if you wear gloves, no, if you don't. And anything, Brad?
I think better than that, let's give 3 pair of gloves away to 3 folks that replied back with their thoughts. Again, these are men's mediums. If you can wear them, give us your comments. But again, we've got 3 different pair here to give away. So we'd love to see 3 different answers, or 3 different people. Sounds
good. So yes or no if you wear gloves, and leave us some comments. We're gonna randomly select 3 people. I think that's a great idea. And we will mail these for free to you if you're randomly selected for the pair.